Sanctuary. We are going to go today to see a couple of pairs of amazing Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen. So Kamal and Kadira, and then we're going to go and see Niron and Kira. So we're going to see two generations worth of Jaguars with mum and dad here and their daughter over there with Niron a little bit later on. But first, we did say that we're going to open hopefully on the 12th of April to experiences and to a certain extent to lodge stays. So we just wanted to say a big thank you, didn't we, Harry, behind the camera?
Morning, everyone.
Hi. We wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's been very patient whilst we try and put you into lodges later on in the year. If you're booked in now with us, we will get in touch with you. We want to do that personally. We really want to make sure that you have the best experience when you come back here to the Big Cat Sanctuary. So thank you so much for being very patient. I know lots of you have been trying to get in and out of the website and change things around, like your passwords, whether or not that be heebie-jeebie, phoebe-weebie, or whatever it might be. You know, we're just trying to help you out, trying to make sure that you can get here as soon as you can, have a fantastic experience and see these amazing cats. So that is why we are here. So we're just going to see Kamal here, who is going to walk over to us and see what we're up to. He is an amazing male Jaguar here on a little holiday from our sister site, Paradise Wildlife Park, up in Hertfordshire, the Zoological Society of Hertfordshire. Hello, buddy. How are you? They're enjoying a little break down here. Him and his partner, Kadira, over in the next enclosure. They're joint together out here in our enclosure that's out in the car park. So they're having an amazing refurb up at the park whilst they are closed as well, of course, and then they'll be travelling back up there to enjoy a brand new habitat. You can see, hopefully, if Harry just looks there just before he disappears in to go and possibly go and meet his little wife across the road. He's got amazing patterns on his back. He's got that long stripe that comes through, which is it happens quite classic with Jaguars, but he's got a very pronounced one on the back there. And if you're looking at those markings, those colorations, obviously with Jags, similar to leopards, but you can see they've got those rosettes with the spots inside, which will really make them quite distinctive. So he's popped himself indoors. So let's go and see him inside, because we may get two Jaguars for the price of one if Kadira comes inside as well.
Funny enough, Kamal has just...
there he is, he's popped out this side, and Kadira is indoors. So let's just have a little look inside, because he may come back in as well. It looks like he's going to. And here we have Kadira inside. Hello, sweetheart. Checking us out, seeing if she can eat a padlock that I have in my hand, which I don't think you can, honey, sorry. You'll see in here, she's got full access with Kamal and Kadira, so they've got both sides. They can change in and out. So it's great for them to be able to mix, to go into different habitats. They can have some space to themselves where they want to. Well, these two are paired up. Obviously, they have been in the breeding program. That's where Kira came from. So they can get together if they like. And here they are, both together in the same room.
And how have they settled in since coming back down, or coming down, sorry, on holiday, James?
They've been great, actually. They've really settled in very quickly. Really relaxed pair. Actually, it's quite interesting in their nature as cats. So they're very similar, actually, to Niron and Kira. So this young lady, Kadira, is very feisty, is full of energy, full of beans, and yeah, Kamal is, again, a bit like Niron, a bit more laid back, a bit more sort of easy with life, but together, they're just going outside so we can have a look. As we go out, you'll see actually we've got crates here. So it's interesting. Obviously, we do move animals back and forth to those parks when we can, but only for when they're really needed to. And the best way the keepers do that is by crate training our animals. So that's rather than having to anaesthetise them on most occasions, unless it's absolutely necessary, makes it nice and stress-free. So these crates will stay here, and the animals will just learn that they'll get inside, they'll get some food, and then it makes it nice and easy for us to transport them back to their new home in the best and less stress-free manner as possible. So now they're both popped out doors. There they are. So we'll just see these guys out here.
And it really shows off, particularly Kamal, where he's sitting now, his camouflage, James, and his markings.
Yeah, he's got amazing underneath white underbelly with those striking markings on top that will keep him camouflaged in his natural environment. Obviously these guys, you'll find them out in Central South America, out in the rainforests, jungles there. So very powerful cat, biggest jaw, bite pressure up to 2000 psi, and they'll be catching all sorts of things like cats will do, but they'll go for boar, they'll go for tapir, but they'll also go into the river and take out caiman crocodile, and been known actually to take out anacondas as well. So an amazing predator, an amazing cat all round. And they're just going past. We just have one last look. There we go.
It's feed time today for them, isn't it, James?
It is, yeah. This behaviour you're seeing now of the guys walking up and down means they're waiting for keepers to come along with food. As we know, in the big cat sanctuary, everything is driven by food, so they're just on the prowl, waiting for their next meal to come along. We talked about Central South America, so just before we go down to see Niron and Kira, you can see Valentina looking out the window. And these guys obviously found in the same place as Jaguars down in Central South America. You will also find these guys across all the Americas up into North America. So big difference obviously with these guys is they spread up on a much bigger range, called lots of different names as well out there. So you'll even find these guys up in places like Florida. So in a big city like Tallahassee, for example, they might be called the Florida Panther. So lots of different names for these guys, tree screamers and cougars, mountain lions. But yeah, also found with those jags down in Central South America. So talking of jaguars, let's walk across and we'll see our current pair in our new Jaguar breeding centre, which is opened up, almost completed. A couple of things, a little pool to put in and things going on one of those sides of it. So you guys will see some exciting things when you come to see us eventually. There is lots going on behind the scenes. We talked, I think, last week. Tiny in his enclosure, he's getting a new rock formation underneath those conservatory windows. It's going to have a heated platform inside of it, so he's going to be nice and cozy on top of there, greeting our lodge guests as they come in. And we've also got our new Ark building. We mentioned this before. It's going to be a long time into the future, but we are starting to build it. It's a new vet centre. It's going to be offices. It's going to have a little conference centre in there as well. But mainly underneath, it's a place where our keepers can prepare food, and our vets can come and they can carry out procedures in there in a more clinical environment than out the back in the enclosures, as needs to happen at the moment. So really excited about that happening, and look out for a Build a Brick campaign that we'll be launching sometime this year in order for you to get involved and make your mark. We're going to do that in memory of our dear friend John Lewis, who we lost last year. So that's amazing, and you can get involved in that sometime soon. Harry, just look to your right here. It's being stalked slightly.
As is custom with these lives, whenever we go past him, he's usually stalking us.
Interested to see what's going on. This year. Okay, so we're just here before we go. Obviously, we said about losing John. Obviously, we had some incredibly sad news this week that you've heard. We lost Narnia, our white tigress. So that's really sad news for us here. You know, so that's our third cat this year that we've lost. So thank you to everyone for all your words and kind support that have come flooding in for her and the other guys beforehand. It really means a lot, and it's really sad for us. But we'll have a nice tribute video going out for her later as well, so do look out for that. She's a beautiful girl, and she will be terribly missed here at the sanctuary. So thank you for all your support that's come in. We hope that we have better news for you coming through. We should do through the year, obviously, that we're opening and there's lots of events happening. We hope to announce our new members days very, very soon. So look out for those dates coming out, and that will be probably one of your first opportunities to come here and see the sanctuary and see all the new things that are happening. And of course, there is potential for cubs at some point here in this year. So never any promises, but we do have a pair of Jaguars in this new Jaguar breeding centre just next to us. Excuse the trains that goes past. Yeah, Niron, Kira. They have had a little love story going on. They are still happily together, and we are hoping that they are going to produce cubs at some point.
I think Niron's on his platform up there.
Actually, there he is, proud up top. Hello, Niron. So you can see him in. We'll just go indoors. Sorry, Harry, not indoors, but we're going to the standoff here, and then hopefully he'll come down and say hello. I can see Kira over the road as well, wondering what we are up to. So let's go and see these two fabulous cats.
Two very popular cats, James, both with keepers and our supporters, aren't they?
Yeah, I think, you know, these two have, you know, we've had Maya, we've had Willow on TV, but I think the story of Niron and Kira has really captured people's hearts. You can see Kira vaguely interested in what we were talking about, but realising we're not actually delivering any food to her, so having a wander off and seeing what else you can find over the road. Yeah, they're an amazing couple. And in our brand new Jaguar breeding centre, they've really settled in really well as part of the family down here as a big cat sanctuary. And yeah, we hope that their story will continue on this year. Really amazing to see Niron up there on his log platform. You can really clearly see his markings, which are astonishing on his back. Obviously exactly the same markings as Kira and Kamal and Kadira have got on theirs, but he is a melanistic Jaguar, so he's had all of his melanin switched on, and so you'll see that gives him this black coloration, but very easy to see his markings. He's now hugging his log very carefully.
Should we go around the other side, James?
Let's go around the other side and we can see what we can see. So someone else that was looking in next door, we've got Sophia and Athena, just you might be able to see them in the background, just nudging in. But we'll take a look through.
So
Yep.
sorry, James, I was just going to say that Kira is one of our most sort of energetic cats, isn't she? And the keeping team always sort of having to find ways of, you know, getting her to work out almost. I know, you know, several members of the team, Abby, Si, Ricky, Bry, even Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, just having these, you know, finding new ways of getting her, you know, exercising and burn off some of that energy.
Yeah, with all cats, I think, you know, the enrichment, giving them, feeding them in different ways, pole feeds, you know, getting them exercise, giving them ways they have to not only physically exert themselves, but mentally as well. It's really important for them to have that sort of enrichment and exercise, which keeps them active and alive and keeps their brains going inside these enclosures. So you can see Niron, having said that, is a little less active than Kira, so he's quite happily lying up there on his platform, watching her do the sort of the moving around for him, basically, shall we say. On here as well, we'll have later on in the year our Tree of Life campaign that we'll be launching as well. So you'll be able to at some point put a leaf on this side of this enclosure along this fence panel, which will mark maybe a name of a loved one, someone you've lost, maybe even one of our cats like Narnia, for example. You can leave a lasting tribute to them, but also it's a tree of life. So it could be a living tribute to someone in your life that you're proud of, someone that you just want to celebrate a special occasion or a birthday. So watch out for that as well. That'll come out later on in the year. We'll tell you how you can get involved in that and leave a lasting legacy for the sanctuary itself and all of our animals, to look after them, and also of course to help us do the conservation work that we do out in the field with our partners. Good shot there, Niron climbing down his pole. Hopefully we'll get a last shot here of those two maybe saying hello to each other. Niron, last step down. Kira jogging up to see what we're up to. We may get a little shot of these two together. There you go. Niron deciding it's a little bit chilly out here, so he's going to put himself indoors. Great to see them together. Ladies and gents out there, supporters, Facebook supporters, everyone that's out there helping us and supporting us. We are looking forward to better times, ladies and gentlemen, at the sanctuary. Hope for cubs, kittens, opening up, a better future for everyone, and let's push forward and do more work out for all the guys that are supporting us. We will have some conservation conversations as well that we'll be announcing, so those will be on Zoom as well, so if you can't make it here, you'll be able to join online and see exactly what our partners out in the field are doing very, very soon. So listen, thank you everyone for joining us once again at the sanctuary. We all really appreciate all your support, so do join us back again next week. We'll be going live once more, but for now, from me, Harry, from everyone at the Big Cat Sanctuary and all of our cats, of course, thanks again. Take care, stay safe, we'll see you soon.